this shit out of here, man. Dry January officially over. You know what that means? We can crack open these bad boys again. Alright, so welcome back. Episode 2 of this new era of Hear Me and Beer Me. I'm still trying to get accoladed here and kind of get this show on the road and stuff. So today's episode is basically, this will be the format going forward and possibly change because, we all love change, right? So going forward, I'm going to hop on here. I'm going to talk. I'm going to go say whatever for like 20, 15 minutes. Give a recap of a couple topics that I'll put on this side over this side. I don't know what side of the screen. And we'll kind of go through them. I'll, go over some of them and, discuss them. And then for this episode, we have our final topic. We have a guest on for that. So we'll have a guest for that, but some episodes we won't have a guest. Some episodes maybe multiple guests. Some episodes, I don't know. We'll see. Today we have a guest coming on later on in the show. But for right now, let's get it started. The first one, some of the biggest news we've ever had. I think as far as the sports world goes, bear with me. I won't make this too long-winded, girls. All right, don't tap that exit button just yet. Luka got traded to the Lakers. That is a huge, huge trade. I think historically it's one of the bigger trades. I don't think necessarily just the trade itself, but more so I think the way that it went down was kind of crazy. I mean, there were no rumors of him being on the market. There was just nothing really that anyone ever. It was one of those like. Excuse me. It was one of those truly where were you moments. You know what I mean? Like you'll remember where you were that Saturday. I was down here actually watching. Oh my god. Real beer makes you burp a lot more. I was down here watching the fight, watching the Benavides fight after Royal Rumble, which we'll get into in the later part of this episode, but Benavides fight, I think the decision was just coming on, so it's like one of those where like a lot of things were happening at the same time, and bam, the Luka news hits. And for people to think that the account, aka Shams, who pretty much leaks all the info all the time, got hacked because that's how crazy of a trade it was. For people to think he got hacked, that really sets the tone and the precedent as to how just crazy that entire trade was. And you know, I think I think that it really was like it shook up the sports world. And I mean, dude, those Lakers 77 jerseys are gonna sell like hotcakes, dude. They're gonna sell like hotcakes. Is all I gotta say. I mean, it's just crazy. It's insane. But yeah, so that's that for the Luka news. I don't know how long I'm gonna really make this. I think I'll figure out along the way like how long or how short each segment is gonna go. I'll try to keep these as short as I can. My second one being Dry January. You watched the intro. It's finally over. It's over. And I mean, I think I touched on this a couple times. There was maybe one or two times where I was like, really like, damn, I need a drink, I need a real, like, something strong. And besides that, though, those few couple times, it was like, it was chill, and I wanted to go another month. I was thinking about it, but I don't know. I actually didn't even go the whole month. I did not go the whole month. I went to Mexico, and I don't think it counts. Does it count, Mexico? Chat, does it count? I mean, there's no word for it. I mean, enero seco, right? Kind of sounds like a supervillain, a superhero. You know, I don't think it counts. I don't think it counts over there, and it didn't count. And so, therefore, I obeyed the law of Dry January. All right? I actually got back and didn't drink the last 2 days of January, 3 days or whatever. Um, Mind you, I think it was like a Wednesday and a Thursday or something, but whatever. Yeah, dry January is over. I mean, dry January is cool. I like when we can kind of all cohesively agree on like a topic where it's like, oh, or I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but like, people do no shave November and just like stuff like that where it's just universally accepted or celebrated or whatever word I'm looking for. I do think dry January is the perfect way to kind of reset for the year, set the tone, They do say like, oh, everyone with their New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. I don't even think it's that. I think it's just, unless, I mean, like a lot of people, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say here. A lot of people just have other things going on in January where like for me it's a reset because it's a new year, right? Like, whatever. My birthday's in October and like no one I'm really close to has anything that they're like celebrating. I mean, my sister's birthday, she's not a huge drinker, and we get together, we have the rosca because her birthday's January 6th or whatever. So it's like I don't have anything like too big where it's like like, but I understand some people, maybe they plan their trips around like January because of their ferias or whatever. So I don't know. I do think though everyone should take like a month out of the year at least, right? At least like take a month and really like push yourself. Be like, dude, like can I can do this. Just I don't know. It's weird. It gives you a little bit of clarity and just like that's the best way I can put it. I'm not like trying to preach like, oh my god, it changed my whole life. Like, because I don't think I have a problem. Some people do have a problem, and people need to address that because it's a real problem. But if you don't, have a problem and you really can go without it, I think it's like a good way to just kind of like let your body get a second to breathe and just get out of the ordinary where it's like I can open up a drink just because I can. Like it's almost like, oh no, like look for other ways to have fun per se. And I don't know. I think it's a good way to start the year, to be quite honest. So moving on to the next topic is these planes that are like crashing everywhere. I don't know, man. Like I don't know what's going on, and like, can someone tell me like should we be scared? Like, what does this mean? Does this happen often, and we're just kind of like these were just like back to back, and that's why it's like crazy. I will say though, on the way to Mexico, the flight there, we got delayed like an hour and a half, and so they're like, oh, we can't take off, we need something about paperwork. They said paperwork. We're like, okay, cool, paperwork. And then soon as you know it, these dudes are walking in to the back, maintenance is coming in to freaking fix the freaking engine or something, and we're like, dude, like, can we switch planes? Like, I don't. What do you mean you just like are gonna go freaking put some rubber bands and some tape and we're good to go? Like, no, dude, get us another plane. But whatever, you can't demand something like that. And so we thought it was gonna be delayed even more time than it actually was, but it wasn't. It actually only took like an hour and a half, but it was looking like it was gonna be real long of a wait. Thankfully, it wasn't because we were just sitting there. But dude, this whole plane thing is scary. Like, I don't know. Like I said, can someone tell me like, does this happen more often than we think? But we just like, well, no, right? We would hear about it. Yeah, what the? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. There's this like huge conspiracy. I don't know if anyone has seen it about the Super Bowl. And so you know, the plane that crashed was going from Philly, or going to Philly, or leaving from Philly. I don't know, but the other destination was Missouri, which is like an hour and a half away from where the Chiefs play, and that's the Super Bowl matchup. And I'm actually gonna get into that with my guest later on in this episode. But this whole conspiracy theory about like it being from Philly and Missouri and Kansas City and whatever. I don't know, man. I like, dude. These are the things where like I try not to get in a big loop or a deep rabbit hole because then you just dig up a bunch of things that you don't want to find. And I kind of try to stay away from it a little bit and was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I just should just take it for what it is. I gotta get in an airplane like in another 2 weeks or so. So I'd rather just stay away from whatever it is, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully, it's over, and I've everyone that's involved is tough, and it's not a lighthearted subject, but it's kind of scary. It is kind of scary, and just hopefully it stops. I don't know. I mean, hopefully it stops. This last subject is like a little bit touchy. It's like it's a political issue, and what I've never wanted this show to be is like a political, because politics divide people, and I don't want to divide anyone. I want to unite everybody. But I think that we can all agree on one thing, whatever side you're on, whatever your beliefs are, is that separating families, and especially families that are close to us, families that, we know, or we've like, ever been around, or just anything, we all know of somebody that's in jeopardy, and we all know that our people are not at peace right now. And I think that whatever side of the coin you land on, whatever, whether you're left or you're right, it doesn't matter. I think we can all agree that that is one thing that just we need to stand up for. And I really, really, really commend those people that went out on Saturday and were at the rally, and people that continue to, push these subjects forward and try to fight for our people, because, man, like, oh, dude, like, getting in a rabbit hole, going down a rabbit hole of like, sad TikToks or sad stories, or, just families that are being torn apart, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like it doesn't sit right. It shouldn't sit right with anybody. And I think that's why this is the one subject that I'm like, damn, it hits home for all of us. And I felt like I needed to address it, because, I mean, even if like, we're our in our story, we're always the main character. So like, even if no one's like, yeah, I don't really care what he has to say about it, he doesn't have to say anything about it, I still felt like, like I couldn't just go on and be silent about how I felt about something like this. And like, I don't know, man, it just, oh man, like my heart breaks for like, anyone that's having to go through these tough times. And all right, without further ado, we're moving on to the interview portion of this episode. I want to welcome on a very special guest of mine. He's my cousin. He's been, a part of Reject Rundown for a lot of years now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, so he's been doing this even longer than I have. He's no rookie in the game, And so, yeah, without further ado, SG3, man, what's going on?
You know what? I'm going to just say my catchphrase, because why not? Guys, it's me. It's SG3
There
here
you go.
with the Hear Me, Beer Me crew.
Yes,
Cousin
sir.
Fed, welcome. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. I'm so used to actually welcoming everybody, dude. My bad.
Yeah, you're like on the reverse end of the table.
Literally, dude. It's
I know.
so it's a little different, but it's cool.
You know what's crazy too? It's like you kind of have to dive into like the formal part of like you and I, because like like we see each other a lot and it's like whatever, but this is kind of like
together.
yeah, like right, like you're kind of like playing it out for the crowd, like as you're coming on. But you know what? Let me sound of happiness real quick and cheers, bro.
Salud. Yeah, cheers. Absolutely, bro.
For sure, man. Dude, thank you for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me, bro. Honestly,
it was like the perfect mesh of like
everything.
Yeah, like as far as the sports world goes, because you're already a part of that, and you can tell when someone's kind of a casual, and I can tell that you're not, because we have discussions at family parties where we're talking for like 45 minutes
Absolutely.
about like the 95 Bulls or whatever, just like
96 Bulls, bro.
yeah, right, just shit like that. So like the perfect guest, I think, for this, because I think you're even less of a casual than I am in these realms. And it was like Rumble weekend. I talked a little bit about the NBA trades that went on earlier in this, but all that happened. And then, you've got Super Bowl weekend coming up. It's like fucking like a culmination of all these things going on in the sports world, right? And I just figured it'd be the perfect time to chop it up, bro. So
heck yeah, bro, let's go.
Dude, what did you think about the Rumble?
Dude, honestly, well, first, hold on, I gotta give a shout out to my honey on the lead. There you go, honey. I told you I was gonna give you a shout out. So
there you go. Gotta do it.
So there's that. But dude, honestly, so it's funny before they were even like when they started announcing like where it's gonna be at and stuff, I knew Charlotte was gonna win. I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, she's coming back. It's the perfect time. You know, she's gonna come back. She's gonna win. It wasn't even a question of what was gonna happen. It was a dead giveaway. I feel like they're gonna try to do something between her and Rhea, cause Rhea's beating her at WrestleMania, and I was like, and then Charlotte beat her one time, so it's like, you know, the trilogy of all trilogies, like back in boxing back in the 80s.
Yeah.
This is now it, you know?
Right.
Rhea versus Charlotte. So we'll see what happens there.
Okay.
I knew Charlotte was gonna be like at least for sure. I just didn't know who she was gonna eliminate.
Okay.
At this point, it's like, all right, cool. You had again Liv in the final. I like Liv. You know, she. Her little paper right now, her little shindig that she does with Dom. It was funny. It's comical, you know.
Yeah, it's like it kind of is reminiscent of like, you know, back then like WWE.
Eddie,
like
Eddie
hell yeah, I love that. And kind of like Edge and Lita a little bit, you know.
Edge and Lita was more like it was more like an actual romance.
Okay. This one we all know, like, you know. Okay.
Because even now, I don't know.
That's fine.
It's whatever.
Yeah, that's all we need.
I don't know if you ever seen the clip where Dominic is on Impossible, the Logan Paul podcast.
Oh yeah. Impulsive.
Yeah,
right?
Impulsive. Yeah. So he's sitting down, and when he's sitting down, they're like, "Hey, dude, so who would you have? Your work wives, because that's when he was with Rhea and Liv, or your wife?" He's like, "My wife, dude." Like, wait, what do you mean? Well, the day I got licked by Rhea on camera, my wife sent me a text. There's a spider in the garage.
Oh yeah, like all chill,
yeah,
like
for you to see what just happened to your husband. Yeah. I know a lot of women who would sit there and like, what the F, blah 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 blah, blah this and that, and for her to just sit there, it's your line of work. I get it. This is supposed to happen.
Yeah. For sorry to interrupt you.
You're good.
For anyone that's not in the wrestling world who like doesn't know what we're talking about, basically Dominic, who's Rey Mysterio's son, I think most people would know Rey Mysterio is his son. He's a wrestler, and so. He's at a point he was like dating two girls in the WWE, but they were fake romances. But like we're talking about like he would like, you know, damn near make out with Liv and like, you know, give her a kiss and Rhea, like, you know, whatever. But he has a wife, like a real wife, like outside of there.
Actually.
And so, you know, he like it's like he's saying like his wife was like cool with it and, you know, whatever. Whereas like back then it was like Edge and Lita, who we were talking about, they're actually like
work together. Actually a couple, yeah.
You know, so I do get it in that sense. But to reel it back, as far as like the Rumble goes, I do think that they're trying to figure out a way, like what's next, you know, for both Rhea and Liv, because they're arguably the two biggest girls right now. So in a way, they kind of got Charlotte back to set her up for Rhea. And I think Liv, they kind of gave her own storyline, eliminating Alexa Bliss, right? Yeah. I think they kind of want to work it in that direction now, is what they were doing.
I think at this point, that was going to be the safest thing, because Alexa just had a baby. She's been gone for almost 3 years. Mm-hmm. She hasn't wrestled in almost 3 years, bro. So it's been a while since she's actually wrestled.
Right.
So why not come back with someone who's been wrestling, who is considered safe? You know, who's not going to put you in a spot where you could get hurt again. Because I think she had, what was it? She had an initial injury. I think it was a neck injury or something happened to Alexa that took her off for a while. During that time, she got pregnant, she got married. So it was like, she did so much during that time. So it's like, cool, you know what? You're rusty, to be honest, you know, because you haven't done the craft in a while. So let's go ahead and we'll get you someone safe. I do see here, though, the build-up is going to be between Nia and Tiffy. You know, Tiffy time. That's probably going to be a build-up, but for sure, Rhea versus Charlotte, the trilogy to finally, you know, who's the best of the two.
Yeah, for Mania, they're saving that, and yeah, dude. I honestly, I'm gonna kind of like bring a segment in of that I kind of had that I had sent you before, was like the winners and the losers of the Rumble. I only mentioned it because we're already on the topic of the women's, so I'll bring up the women's. And to be fair, I had only women as like the winners of the Rumble, because, and I'll tell you why. I think Alexa Bliss was a huge winner, you know.
Absolutely.
Even though she got eliminated, whatever, her comeback was awesome. The pop was insane. I think her just like, you know, what she did in the ring and everyone just being ecstatic to see her back. I think that she was arguably one of the. I have three winners. Two of them are are from the Women's Rumble. And then my second winner is the NXT Women. Because I think they all freaking stepped up, dude. Like, I mean...
Julia is a beast.
Yeah, dude.
Julia's a beast.
Roxanne ended up,
Roxanne Perez, she ended up, like, top 5.
No, wasn't she like the second?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know, I'm saying top 5. Like, she ended like in the last 5.
Right.
She went deep into the Rumble, dude.
Yeah, Jada Parker.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I kind of did research on her too, and she's like getting canceled for some reason or whatever.
There's a lot of people getting canceled nowadays.
Yeah.
We're gonna be next.
But anyways, I thought she was great in the whole thing too. So I think all of them were winners in this because, dude, I'm a casual. Like I only watch the PLEs. And I'll sometimes like watch a Raw here and there, and for me to be like acknowledging them, like, oh shit, like you saw what I did there, acknowledging them. yeah, dude. And for me to realize like, oh shit, like these women are dope, and I don't even know, like I just know that they're from NXT. Yeah, it's like they're huge winners in this, and I think that kind of like wraps up the Women's Rumble as far as like I'm concerned. You know? What I mean?
No, it does. I mean, it was good. You know, it was really good. You had the semi-big pop with Nikki Bella at the end.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know.
Yeah, I forgot about that actually.
I've been reading about it that she was gonna come in. I'm like, she cannot come back.
Exactly. No, that was cool, dude. But moving on to the guys' Rumble.
Hit me,
dude. I love Jay. Like I really, like you know, I love Jay, dude. I do love Jay. But I just think...
You're not that yeet? You're not there yet?
I am yeet. I think it fell flat. Like, I think what they wanted to do... Like, I think his should have been somewhere else, you know? I think his moment should have came somewhere else. Because I think you had too much star power in this one. And you had... Like, I don't know. I feel like the element of surprise is always a good thing. But, like, I'll give you the Luka trade, for example. That was not a good thing. It's like, there, everyone was like, what the hell, you know? I feel like the Jay thing was sort of like, I see what they wanted to do, like, surprise everyone. And now we kind of, all the podcasts I listened to beforehand and, you know, whatever, analyzing the Rumble, who they think is going to win, what direction they're going to take it in, how they're going to set it up for Mania.
2 names.
None of that matters anymore.
Only 2 names that came up in every single one.
Exactly. Punk and Cena.
That's right. It. Even myself. That's literally what I told everybody.
So now we're sitting here like, well, now what? And so I think, so I'm interested, I guess, in listening to what you think was going on behind closed doors.
Absolutely. So I'm going to hit you with this. And it's going to sound unpopular, you know, and hear me out. So you know who Gunther is, right? Mm-hmm. You at least know who Gunther is. Mm-hmm. That man's honestly, to me right now in this day and age, best professional wrestler out there. His height and his speed, his height and his weight, he should not do what he's doing.
Yeah, to move like that?
To move like that, to control the pace, and to match your pace at the same time, not for you to kind of like have to lower yours and him. No, he's going to match you right there and there. I don't like it. I didn't like Jay winning. And I did the yeet for you.
You did do the yeet.
And I don't like it though.
Yeah.
And here's why. Because you're gonna botch somebody's career, right? And here's how you're gonna botch it. If you have Jay win against Gunther has never held the title under a year. The NXT title that he had it for almost 1,000 days. He had it for 800 and something days. Okay. The Intercontinental title, he literally had it for 666 days.
Right, I remember that.
Now you're gonna bring him in from August till now, for what? From August 2024 till now. Why?
You did so. What you're saying basically.
It looks like he's gonna go against Gunther. Cool.
And they're gonna give it to Jay, is what you're thinking.
I think no. So
or
this
let
also,
Jay have it.
So this is where I'm also gonna go with that. So let's put you have that road, but then you have also the road where Jay challenges Gunther. Jay then again loses to Gunther. So all the hype, all the build-up, all everything was for what?
So regardless, whatever way
it's
it plays out,
lose. You're not winning, and that's why, like I said, and I was talking to my uncle yesterday. We were playing World War Z. I was like, dude, I don't like it. Like at least with Cena, it didn't matter. It didn't matter if Cena won. It didn't matter if Cena went up against Gunther because you're expecting Cena to lose. You're expecting Cena to go out. Hell, give you one amazing match against Gunther, one of the top wrestlers right now, and lose. It's expected.
Yeah.
But now it's like you're giving everyone a lose-lose situation. There's no winning here.
Right.
Because everyone's like, well, Jay's never beaten Gunther. This is like his Achilles heel, you can call it. So cool. Now all of a sudden you downplay everything he's done before. For what? To give this guy one guy the yeet for one night? Really?
Right.
And who's gonna be your rivals? So I mean, at this point, it's like if I was him, gave everyone the element of surprise, have him go up against Cody.
Yeah, I was about to say, now let me present you with this, right? What if they are setting it up for Cody? Because, like, dude, I mean, right now, Cody's probably, like, my favorite, like, on the roster, right? I'd say I'm like, Cody 100%. And so, I'll admit it, like, I think his title run, like, there haven't been many moments where you're like, oh, shit, like, you know, because he won it, and him finishing the story was, like, it was the climax, dude. That's it. Yeah. You know, like, where can you go from there? You know what I mean? And so I think that they're trying. I think that what they're going to do, and the only thing that led me to believe that was that shot after he beat Kevin Owens, when he's behind them, like, flexing on. Like, Cody doesn't do that. Cody's a babyface. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, Cody's, like, the suited up babyface who, you know, wins, and, you know, his triumphs are not from a root of evil. And this is like, oh shit, what are they setting up here? And then Jay wins, and you're kind of like, what are they doing here? Because Jay's the ultimate babyface, you know what I mean?
Now, yeah. I mean, also merchandise seller.
Yeah.
So you know he got the American Nightmare from his brother, right?
Cody did.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't it also like a play from his dad? The American Dream?
No. So back in the 90s, right? When Goldust went to WCW, I think or before he started in WWE and became Goldust, he actually was the American Nightmare.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So he actually got the tribute like from his brother. His brother gave him the okay, like, hey dude, go ahead, take the name. So then he made it his own, went forward with it, and literally has killed it 100% ever since he took the name American Nightmare. People are basically, they've been saying this for years. This has been like a rumor mill, kind of like John Cena, dude. Kind of when John Cena was there and it's like, dude, make him a heel. Now they're trying to do it with Cody, where it's like, imagine when he turns heel. Like, everyone's been pitching it. You ever watch the show The Boys?
No.
So there's a show called The Boys. It kind of has to do like a whole bunch of superheroes and stuff. And like one of the main guys, I don't know if you ever seen the dude that's like I don't know if you've seen the memes where everyone's clapping and the dude's like awkwardly start laughing and kind of like, yeah, guys, I did it. That's a hero who turns a heel.
Okay.
That's what everyone's making Cody look at night. It's like, all right, cool. Like, y'all needed me to come here. Y'all don't need Roman. Y'all needed me to come here and do something that no one else could do. To come here and actually give this guy a challenge. So don't look and say the fact that my story is lackluster because you guys don't know how to get behind somebody else. So like basically like that one, like they're gonna build them that way, and if they do, that would be freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
That would literally just sell so much because it's like we finally see something that we've been wanting to see, and that's what made everyone so invested in Roman. The fact was that he was a heel. You didn't care whether he had help or not. It was the promos. It was the cutting. And I mean, he had a couple here and there that were like really good. And of course he gave Paul Heyman the microphone and let Paul do Paul.
Right.
But dude, you remember those kind of moments. You know, as a wrestling fan, as I've been over 30 years. And it feels amazing just to hear like these guys like, dude, one more cut. Dude, if you ever can, watch AEW where Cody Rhodes goes off on Chris Jericho. Even though he did the promo as a babyface, but that's the kind of work that kid can do. Fantastic work. So I'm excited to see what he can do when you see that flip.
As a heel?
Yeah. When you see that flip, dude, it's going to be freaking phenomenal where you see that flip and it's like, oh, dude, okay, this is the stuff you could actually do without like the whole suit. And I feel like he's going to still walk in with the suit because he's trying to really separate himself from his family. Because it's like, I don't want to be just associated as Stardust. I don't want to be just associated as Goldust brother. I don't want to be just associated as Dusty's kid.
Yeah.
I want people to remember the name Cody Rhodes.
Got it. That's I guess that makes a lot of sense. And dude, like, I guess you're right. Like, can you imagine like a heel like just in a suit, like just it's almost like how The Rock came back this last time as a heel. I love that vest he uses, and he looks kind of like, you know, he can go to like hop on a boat real quick and like drive it into Gotham City. Like he just looks like a badass.
Yeah.
And I think if they play Cody that way, like if they're able to promote it the right way, and you're saying Cody has what it takes to do that, dude, that would be amazing because it does need something. I mean, it does. And you can't. Recency bias is crazy, right? Like Roman, you're looking at it as a whole. You're like, dude, he was a great champion. Well, yeah, dude, he was champion for like
almost 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. So he had a lot of time to do a lot of things with it, right? And so Cody, you're gonna judge him off of what, like 8 months now?
It's been a year, bro.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
it's been a year, bro, because he won it last year.
Yeah. But like I said though, it's still not like sufficient. Like you're gonna have to look at his reign as a whole, and I think they're gonna give him at least another year. Like he's not. I don't think he's gonna lose it.
So to go back to your original point, regardless of what happens with Jay, whether he wins against Cody, well, if he beats Cody, everyone's gonna love it. Even though right now it has over 33,000 dislikes on
I saw that the
YouTube,
video, yeah,
where he won. But if he beats Cody, people are gonna like it because Cody's gonna go heel. I see it honestly happening during that time where he's gonna go heel. If he loses to Gunther, it's like we were expecting it. What'd you want? We're not gonna get behind this because we knew it.
Yeah.
Before it even happened. And if he beats Gunther, it's like cool, but then fans like myself are gonna sit there. So you just throw this man down, this whole thing that he's an unstoppable champion, that whenever he's down, he finds one more notch and gets to the next level for so many days. For what? Because of a yeet.
Yeah. I told you we're going to touch a little bit on the Super Bowl.
Absolutely, 100%.
And, I mean, I don't know. I'll let you lead this one. Like,
for sure.
What direction do you want to take this Super Bowl preview?
Well, let me ask you a question. Who do you got? Plain and simple, who you got?
Fuck, I haven't decided that yet. I know the Chiefs are going to win, but I'm going to take the Eagles. That's stupid, right?
No.
But there just becomes a point where you're like tired of the Chiefs and you're tired of like them winning. You want someone else to win. And, I don't know. I feel like looking back, right? Because I was like on Brady's side. Like, if I hadn't been, I would have seen this movie before with Mahomes, but I'm new now where I'm like, damn, like I'm rooting against the guy who's winning all of them. But if you look back, dude, like how many people did Brady prevent from getting a ring, dude? Like, or they only got one or, whatever. Like Peyton didn't get as many as he should have. Rodgers got one.
Hold on, wait. Rodgers was by himself. I understand that because Brady only played him 1 year.
Yeah, that's on him. That's on
Rodgers.
Right.
Peyton is different.
Yeah, Peyton. I mean, Phillip Rivers never got one. Freaking Andrew Luck was like, I'm out the door. I mean, it wasn't cool because of Brady, obviously, but still though, like that era of quarterbacks, a lot of those people. Yeah, Roethlisberger got what, 1, 2? That whole. I mean, Eli got 2 on them, but. Like, that whole era of quarterbacks missed out on it, and, like, you're starting to see now the reverse with, like, Mahomes, or,
Mahomes.
Burrow, with freaking, Josh Allen,
Lamar.
Like, dude, they're not getting any younger, and every year is, like, the same story. So, that's kind of my only reasoning for it is, like, I wish there were different guys in there every year.
I get you.
You're going to look back at this in, like, 20, 30 years, and you're going to be like, dude, how did he? No one. I was reading earlier. No one's even had the opportunity to go for a 3-peat in the Super Bowl era. So this will be the first. Not only is it the first time that someone's gone into a Super Bowl with the opportunity to complete a 3-peat, but they can actually complete it. I know that stat is crazy, right? Because I could have swore the Patriots, but no, they didn't.
No, they were going back to back.
Yeah.
They went back to back, and then the next year they didn't even make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and then the one that I was thinking about too was like the 17-1 season or 17-0 season or whatever.
They lost the year before.
Yeah, but I was thinking that, and then I'm like, oh no, wait, that was just like the perfect record or whatever. But so no, there's never been a team that's even had the opportunity to go for a 3-peat. Yeah, until now in the Super Bowl era, because the Packers got it when there was like. Freaking milkmen and freaking post office delivery guys playing.
Packers went back to back at Super Bowl because they won 1 and 2.
Yeah, they had a three-peat though, like in the 60s.
No. So understand, Super Bowl 1 and 2 went to the.
Oh, no, I'm talking about before the Super Bowl. Like the Super Bowl era was not a thing yet. That's when the Packers had like three-peats.
So Super Bowl 1 and 2,
Uh-huh.
when it was actually the Super Bowl era,
Yeah.
1 and 2 went.
Oh,
to
you're saying they had a chance for the third one?
Yeah. But they never went to back to Super Bowl.
I'd have to fact check.
Yeah, dude,
check
because Super Bowl 1 and 2 went to Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they call it the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
Right, I know that, but the third, I don't think they.
No, they didn't make it. They didn't even make it there.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying though.
Oh, so you're saying they're going to like the actual game? Okay, my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. I worded that weird. Yeah, I get what you're saying. No, like there's been no team that has won two and then made it to the Super Bowl with a chance at the third one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they've started a season with a chance for
Okay.
a third one, but yeah, so they're the first team to make it to a third Super Bowl, essentially, right? I mean, and to be able to win, that's not accurate because the Bills got to 4 and lost all 4.
Vikings.
But, yeah, Vikings. But no, they're the first team to win 2 and then be in a position
For
to
the
win
third,
the third
okay.
one in the game. Which is insane, right? Like,
I think we're seeing it. Just
Yeah.
think of that, dude. We're seeing it.
Yeah.
You know, regardless of whether you hate Mahomes, you love him, hate the team, whatever. Want to sit there and say that it's conspiracy because of Taylor Swift, conspiracy because of that, this. Calls go because of the ref, and last year, you heard Goodell saying, "Hey, man, I'm glad the fact that I didn't care if you heard him or not." To Chris Jones, whatever. That doesn't matter, dude. Like, sit back and just think about it. The only time we've seen something like this is in basketball, in our lifetime,
right?
and that was in the '90s.
Yeah.
And then the
Did
ones
Golden State got close, but not really?
Golden State got close, but they didn't do it.
Yeah.
3Ps only happened twice.
Lakers.
And the Lakers, that's it.
Yeah.
In our lifetime. In our 30 some odd years of life, 40 some odd people, but again, twice.
Yeah.
And again, to do it in the sport of football where it's hard hitting, it's contact. Again, you're gonna get hurt regardless.
Yeah,
To
and
do
the
what they're doing.
rosters change so drastically. That's what's so impressive
Yeah.
about it.
And that's why it's like, take a step back. Take your personal feelings aside, regardless of what you want to say about him, about the team, whatever. But I say, dude, we're witnessing history. Doesn't matter what happened.
Right.
We're witnessing history right now at this moment. So it's something different, definitely. I'm honestly though, dude, there was a question that you sent me, and I want to ask, and I'm going to go a little bit deeper than that. As if you were an Eagles fan, right? What does it do for you? Winning the Vince Lombardi Trophy right now, stopping the three-peat, stopping everything right now. What does it do to you?
As an Eagles fan,
Like, let's put it, this is the Bears, right? The Bears have the capacity to stop the Chiefs. What does that do to you as a fan? What does it do?
mean, it would rally the troops, dude. I mean, imagine that, right? Like being the team to stop it, and not only that, but I mean, the roster you have is insane, and there's a lot of questions about Jalen Hurts. Can he do it? Can he do it? Can he get us to the promised land? And whatever. Going into the season, people didn't even believe in Saquon Barkley. You know what I mean?
I didn't. I did not.
Right, and to be like, dude, well, we just beat the reigning champs, the back-to-back champions, and we're going into next season. We're going to have most of our squad back, and we're probably going to get, more guys. And, Sirianni was about to get fired, at the beginning of the season.
They all kept calling for his job since last year.
Yeah, to think about that, where they were in the, 20 weeks ago to where they are now, it's, crazy, dude. So, whatever happens, kudos to them. They made it far as shit. But I guess to answer your question, dude, I don't know. I think I would be, going crazy and thinking about how set up we are for the next 10 years, 5 years, whatever, with Jalen Hurts.
And let me ask you one more. Now, what about if you're a Chiefs fan? What does that do to you as a fan?
Yeah, I mean, dude, same way, but it's almost like you're a part of history,
Yeah.
And you're going to be 80 years old telling your grandkids that you saw Mahomes and, oh, I went to this game and, I watched this game and, whatever. You're going to be basically living to tell that tale for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, it would be awesome to witness that history, even as, a fan of neither team. But, I don't know, dude. Honestly, I just want to see something different. And, maybe we're in too deep now where it's they're there already. They might as well do it, might as well just do it, but just we'll fucking, later on, like, worry about Mahomes. They'll find a way to stop him. It's crazy, too, though, because arguably, this is probably, like, the worst team that they've had.
And it really is.
Yeah,
dude, it's nothing but old players
exactly.
and injured and people who they signed off the couch.
Yeah, and for them to still make it where they've made it to, like, with the roster that they have and, how they depleted they've been. I mean, dude, Rashee Rice, their wide receiver 1, went down for the season. Pacheco got hurt for half the season, came back. He's basically, like, looks like me out there. You know what I mean? Like, you might as well have me out there. And so, yeah.
He came back with Cement Perrine.
Yeah. They Carson Steele had like a week of hype, who I picked up in fantasy and didn't do shit. And Kareem, dude, to bring back Kareem Hunt from the freaking
that's of the earth,
literally, dude. Like they just dragged him on out there, and it's impressive. Like just
DeAndre Hopkins, they gave him a career again.
Right, just hat goes off to freaking Andy Reid, Mahomes, everyone, and Kelsey. Now all of a sudden he's like alive again. I mean, that's kind of what Gronk used to do back then.
Yeah.
He would just play possum the entire regular season, and then when it mattered most, he'd come alive.
And really, it meant playoff time. That's when it's like, all right, cool, 87, we're back.
Yeah.
I know where I'm at.
Yeah.
I know this land.
Exactly. So, I mean, either way, though, like, regardless, like, like, I don't know. Dude, I actually saw these guys today. Not saw these guys, but I listened to this podcast, Bill Simmons, right? And they're, like, older. They're like in their 50s, maybe 60s, right? And they were talking about it, and they're like, dude, like, has it ever hit you, like, because they're older dudes, they're like, we only have, like, at most 30 Super Bowls left in our lives, like, right. And he's like, fuck, like, you're right, dude, like, we're past, like, all our Super Bowls that they lived through, yeah. And, I mean, we're, like, not 40 yet, so we still theoretically got like another 40, 50 maybe left in us, hopefully. Like, damn, dude. That's why it's like, no matter who's in it, though, that made me realize, like, you just got to enjoy it for what it is, You go through 20 weeks of football to get to this moment. Just enjoy it.
I'll tell you this, bro. So I've been a football fan since I was a kid. I've been a football fan since I was, I can remember. Right, I've been a football fan for a really, really long time, and every year, it didn't matter the Bears won. You can tap hat off to them. Fucking team, not the point of the conversation.
Man, you just got like war flashbacks right there.
Oh, God. So it didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
To me, it was always like, it's the Super Bowl. I'm hyped up for the Super Bowl, dude. I'll never forget when the Patriots were 17-0. I'll never forget it. I had it. I went to private school. Went to a private high school. St. Martin de Porres is now Cristo Rey San Martin, here in Waukegan. I went to that high school, and I'll never forget it. There was one teacher who was always telling me, "Sal, they're gonna go perfect. Sal, they're gonna go perfect." Nah, dude, they're not gonna go perfect. When they were going up against the Giants that Super Bowl, I told him, "Look, dude, I'll do you a favor. All right, cool. I'll bet you." He's like, "You want to bet me?" I'm like, "I'll bet you right now, dude." He's like, "All right, what's the bet?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm betting you my whole grade." He's like, "What?" So I'm like, "Dude, I'm betting you my grade. Doesn't matter what I get. Doesn't matter how I do in the final. Doesn't matter what I do. I can write you the most perfect paper. I want you to drop me down to a C. Doesn't matter. I'm willing to bet you my grade, dude. This is my senior year of high school. That's when it mattered, Yeah, and I'm sitting there like, dude, I'm betting you my grade. The Giants are going to beat the Patriots, dude. I was so hyped for it, man. He was like, "Sal, are you serious?" I'm like, "I'm right here, dude. Come on, let's go." He was like, "You're effing crazy, bro. Are you serious?" I'm like, "My hand is right here for a reason. I know the Giants are going to beat the Patriots. They're not going to go perfect. They're going to be the only imperfect team, and I guarantee you right now, mark my words." The next day after it happened, he was like, "Dude, I thought about you when I saw that touchdown to Plaxico Burress." I was like, "I told you, they don't go perfect. I knew it, they didn't go perfect."
Dude.
I told you, dude, like, for me, it was always like, it's the championship, man. Doesn't matter if your team is in it. Doesn't matter if you hate the team. I get it. People hate Philadelphia Eagles fans because they're very obnoxious. I get it. I get that everyone right now hates the Chiefs because everything goes their way. I get it. Just take a step back, man. Enjoy what it is, dude. It's the championship, man.
Yeah. We worked 20 weeks for this, dude. We worked 20 plus weeks. We analyzed everything. We looked at every bet. We looked at every team. Looked at all the odds. And then just for this one moment that we get. You know what I mean? Dude, I'm like getting chills, like talking about this right now, dude.
Dude, let me hit you with one thing.
Yeah.
So you brought up Jalen Hurts' name.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I don't think it's as heavy as people realize. It's not Hurts. It's Barkley. And this is why, dude. Because Barkley, every single time you heard Barkley, what'd you hear? What did you associate Barkley this year? You didn't associate him with getting almost 2,500 yards. You didn't associate him with that. You associated him with him injury by week 3.
Yeah.
Injury by week 4.
Yep.
Injury by week 1.
Right.
That's what you literally sat there, whether you were in fantasy football or not, but you sat there and said, why am I going to worry about Saquon Barkley? He's going to be hurt right away.
Dude, people were taking him like 7th pick, 6th pick, 8th pick.
Dude.
It's falling.
One of my guys at work at Amazon, sat there and was like, dude, what do you think I'm going to do? Honestly, that's too many weapons. Like, you got A.J. Brown, you got Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, who keeps getting the tush push every single time he can. You got Selleck. I forgot that they still had Selleck. Yeah, Goddard. Dude, that team is stacked on offense. What is Saquon going to do? You got a mobile quarterback. You can't. Prove me completely wrong. And, dude, that's why I'm sitting here. I'm just like, I get it where everyone's sitting here about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts had his chance. This is a guy who every single season has been made fun of, who's been looked at and said, when are you going to stay healthy, kid? How long are you actually going to be healthy for this time? Like, dude, that's been his narrative. Look at every single paper, internet article, everything. No one has sat there and said, Saquon's healthiest season. The one season he's healthy, he's going to the promised land.
Yep.
That's why it's like...
Yeah, he's running...
He's running like a dog, dude.
He's taking 80-yard bombs to the house, you know what
Literally,
I mean?
dude, and he has not stopped. Dude, his hurdle, the backwards hurdle he did... that was freaking awesome. I mean, everyone's been making fun of it. They put like little fart noises.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, that kind of stuff, dude, that inspires me, man. It's like, dude, this is a guy who we made fun of him. And we're like, dude, you're one ACL from missing the rest of your career. Why would you even, dude, 20 weeks ago, let's go back a year. A year ago, when we heard that the New York Giants were going to let him go, and we heard the Chicago Bears were going to try to sign him, why bring him in? We heard that the Philadelphia Eagles put so much money.
Instead, we brought in DeAndre Swift, dude. Think about that. Just think about that for a second.
I was excited for Swift. I actually was.
People were saying he's better than Barkley. They just don't give him the opportunity. Like, come on, dude. What are we talking about, man?
You sit there and it's like, this guy, like, for so many seasons, it's like, why do they keep paying him so much money? And it's like, when they paid Daniel Jones, they're like, yeah, well, dude is running the ball more than Saquon because Saquon's never there.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know how much you bet or how much.
I don't bet, dude.
Okay. But you're well aware of how it all works.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying, right?
Well, yeah.
You not being a betting man, I think that this is going to be a little more exciting because I want your take on it. Because I take the... Like, I've got PTSD, dude, like, from this, you know? Like, I've been in the trenches. I've been in the battlefield, dude. Like, I've seen, you know, some of my guys just get taken out, you know? Like, I've been there. So, when I see this shit reappear, I'm like, I start to overthink, you know?
Of course.
So, I just want someone who can keep it simple. And this is what I ask you. So, the Super Bowl, I don't like to bet, like, I'll bet the team, sure. Or maybe the over, whatever. But what I really like betting is, like, they call them novelty props.
It's like the little side ones, like Saquon's going to get 100 yards, stuff like that.
Not even that. Deeper than that. The Super Bowl is, like, the ultimate playground, dude.
Oh, the
Super Bowl.
Coin flip.
The flip. The Gatorade. The halftime show. Everything. But I'm not going to go that deep. That's, like, way too deep in there. But there is one that I like to take every year. And I want your take on which one this is going to be. So, you can bet the first TD jersey number, okay? But there's a line. So, it's either under 15 and under, or like 16 and over, okay? So, if you go under, that gives you Mahomes, that gives you Hurts, that gives you Worthy, that gives you Smith, Brown. That gives you 5 guys, all right? But you know who you don't get. You don't get Hunt. You don't get Saquon. And you don't get Kelsey. And you don't get, like, Noel Gray, who doesn't catch shit. But whatever.
Selleck.
But so if...
Goddard.
I mean, yeah, you don't get Goddard. Yeah.
Selleck, yeah.
Right.
Them.
So what would you put, like, your chips on, theoretically? Like you know what? This almost sort of depends on who gets the ball first. You know, it's kind of tough without knowing. So theoretically, let's say the Chiefs get the ball.
Hell, Harrison Butker. Oh, you said touchdowns. Never mind.
Yeah, it's got to be the first touchdown.
Let me come back to you by the end of the show, and I'll probably hit you on one.
Okay.
But cause it's a lot, dude, and it's fuck it. You know what? Screw it. I'll go ahead. Hurts.
Hurts?
I'll go Hurts.
I think I'm taking the under. Because then you get Hurts, you get Mahomes. If Mahomes doesn't run it, he's going to throw it. They're going to double team Kelsey. He's going to give it to Worth. What number is Hopkins? 8? You get Hopkins?
Yeah, you get Hopkins.
Hopkins, Worth. If he throws one, you're good. Well, unless it's to Hunt. But I'm going under.
I'll go under.
Yeah, I'm taking under. You guys should take the under with us, by the way. Because that's probably going to be my biggest bet, is like that. Just that first touchdown. Just inject that shit into my veins right off the bat. Like, imagine starting off with a win.
I'll text you during that time.
Yeah, dude. Last year I had like the quarterback sleeve thing, where they have the plays. But I had like all my bets written on there. And I'm just like, yeah, like, let's go. Yeah, so I'm going to do the same thing this year. But I can't wait, dude. I can't wait.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. Dude, super random. 2 quick things before we cut, because we got like 4 or 5 minutes.
No, go ahead.
Number one, you said when you get to that point with the Packers, right? Mm-hmm. So some funny side story of me.
Yeah.
I hate the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
Like, I fucking hate the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Just can't stand the terrible towel?
No, I can't stand when they cheated against the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
Since then, I can't, because the last 2 Super Bowls have been a question mark on them. You don't remember it? Here you go. Against the Seattle Seahawks, Mike Holmgren himself said, "Yeah, I didn't know we were also playing against the Zebra Stripes." Look at that Super Bowl, dude. Every single call against the Seahawks was going. No call against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The second one against the Arizona Cardinals, the toe tap touchdown.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
That's not a touchdown. Regardless of what anyone says, you can even see it on camera. It's not a touchdown. Mm-hmm. So there's that. That's like I said. Yeah, I hate the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So
when the Packers and Steelers went to the Super Bowl,
oh my God, nightmare fuel, dude! I wouldn't even tune in.
I tuned in because it's a Super Bowl.
I don't think I would.
But yeah, dude, because only one person, I went for this team. Troy Polamalu was the only reason why I went for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fuck them.
Also, I lied. I would tune in. Obviously, I'd have a bet. You know what my bet would be? No touchdowns to be scored.
Absolutely.
That's what I would bet that day. Yeah, dude, all field goals. Freaking have Boswell win it for them at
done.
9-6 final. Whatever. But dude, dude, this has been a blast, and
it's been a great show, man.
Like I said, dude, every time we link up, we go way longer than this, to be honest, and
literally.
we'll just chop it up. I almost feel like I'm cutting this short, just because I know we could be we could start talking about we could start talking about NBA right now, dude, we go all night, but we're gonna chop it up there too, and we'll probably touch on a lot of the things we touched on here, and just be like, dude, you remember when I told you the under 15, dude, and fucking Saquon ran it 80 yards, and I was like, fuck,
I told you,
yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen, dude. But man, this has been awesome, dude.
It's great, dude.
And I can't wait for this to come out, and
it's gonna be fun. Listen, bro, put this on. I'm cordially inviting you. April 19th, 20th, show up whenever you want. It's now in Antioch. Show up to watch WrestleMania.
Okay, yeah.
For sure, bro.
April 19th.
April 19th, April 20th, whichever. If you want to show up to both days, go ahead, man. I know for sure I'm going to lose my voice. I'm actually about to go put some PTO in at work. Yeah. After the day off, because, dude, I'm not going to have a voice that Monday.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of touched on it at the beginning a little bit, but obviously, he does a lot of stuff with, his guys, Reject Rundown, and they chop it up all the time. Just about the same things that we chopped it up here, but... they go live during,
we go live during WrestleMania, UFC. We watched a couple football events. We watched one time the Nuggets versus the Heat. Yeah, during the final we watched that. So we watched a lot of things. We watch it live. My favorite thing though is to watch UFC because it's unpredictable. You don't know what's gonna happen. It's a lot of fun, and also because my 2 co-hosts that watch the fights with me hate John Jones and I love him, so it's even better. Just have some fun with that.
Yeah, that's a great back and forth right there.
Absolutely, all day.
Yeah, dude. But all right, man, I'm let you go, and Dude, I never know how to end the show,
It's all
bro.
good, bro.
Dude, how do you, dude? Honestly, how do you guys end shows?
We literally just say, all right, y'all, we're gonna cut it short. We love y'all. Have a good night. Peace.
Y'all heard them.
Showing y'all love. Have a good night.
See y'all on the next one.